The 13 poorest countries in Asia, where women are exploited and end up in brothels. The top country is poorer than Africa, with an average daily income of just $0.8 per person. In 2023, the global average GDP per capita is $13,100. Asia, being the largest and most populous continent, has astonishing economic disparities. On one hand, countries like Qatar and Singapore have GDPs far exceeding the average, even reaching 6 times the global average. On the other hand, some countries are worse off than Africa, with daily per capita incomes under $1. Number 13. Bangladesh. Have you heard of the Tanapara red light district in Bangladesh? This is a favorite spot for Asian men, accommodating countless male and female workers. They are the victims of society, a stark manifestation of Bangladesh's economic struggles. According to the International Monetary Fund, by 2024, Bangladesh's per capita GDP will only be $2,646. Most of the population still lives below the poverty line, especially in rural areas where the poverty rate is more pronounced. Agriculture is the main economic pillar of Bangladesh, but many farmers can barely make ends meet with their meager harvests. Each rainy season, floods devastate farmlands, destroying crops and leaving yields non-existent. In the face of natural disasters, impoverished families are almost powerless to resist. Even if they have small savings, they often disappear overnight due to natural or man-made disasters. Many people have no choice but to leave their hometowns and seek job opportunities in the cities. But life in the cities is not as good as they imagined. Competition is fierce, job opportunities are scarce, and many end up as street laborers. The poverty problem in Bangladesh directly leads to many negative social phenomena. According to the World Health Organization, more than 1/3 of Bangladesh's population cannot access clean drinking water. As a result, many people suffer from waterborne diseases, especially during the monsoon season, when the situation worsens. Here, many teenagers have to give up their studies and enter the labor market to share the economic burden of their families. According to UNICEF, approximately 17% of teenagers in Bangladesh are engaged in work, which is significantly higher than the global average. These teenagers lose the opportunity to receive formal education, making it difficult to break the vicious cycle of poverty. Ranked at number 12, Cambodia. It might seem unbelievable that people can be treated as commodities in a country. However, in Cambodia, this is not a new phenomenon. Despite its rich natural resources and long cultural history, the people of Cambodia have not been able to escape the shadow of poverty. Nearly 17% of Cambodia's population lives below the poverty line. The per capita GDP is only $2,628. This figure is alarming on a global scale, especially considering the rapid economic development of countries around the world today. Walking through the rural areas of Cambodia, the scenes are heart-wrenching. Many families still live in simple wooden houses without access to clean drinking water and reliable medical services. The rural population of Cambodia accounts for nearly 80% of the total population. The issue of child malnutrition is particularly severe. Data shows that about 32% of Cambodian children under the age of 5 suffer from stunted growth due to long-term malnutrition. This poses a huge challenge to the quality of the country's future workforce. Even in the capital, Phnom Penh, behind the neon-lit shopping malls and luxurious hotels, countless slum dwellers are hidden. These people are crammed into dilapidated shacks, living without basic sanitation facilities and struggling to get enough food to eat. According to United Nations statistics, about 3 million people in Cambodia are in moderate or extreme poverty. This is equivalent to 1/5 of the country's population. Under such living conditions, humanity is greatly challenged. In some parts of Cambodia, young girls are forced to marry early or engage in illegal work due to poverty. Even more shocking is that in recent years, Cambodia has become one of the hotspots for human trafficking in Southeast Asia. Ranked at number 11, the country of Laos. In 2020, the Liao dynasty experienced a massive blackout. Due to the aging national power system, more than half of the country was plunged into darkness for several days. This brought the country's economic activities to a near standstill. Such an event is almost unimaginable in modern society, but it really and truly happened during the time of the Liao dynasty. Data indicates that the annual per capita GDP of the Liao dynasty was only approximately $1,976. If you walk into the rural areas of the Liao state, especially the remote mountainous regions, the poverty problem is even more evident. Many places lack basic infrastructure, and many families do not even have electricity, let alone the internet. The poverty in the Liao dynasty is not just about the lack of money. The country's education level is worryingly low. According to United Nations data, the adult illiteracy rate in Laos is about 22%. Especially in remote rural areas, children have to walk for several hours on mountain roads to reach the nearest school. Moreover, teaching conditions at these schools are extremely poor. The desks and chairs are dilapidated, and books and teaching materials are very limited. This causes many children in Liaoguo to lose the opportunity to escape poverty from the very beginning, creating a vicious cycle. Additionally, the medical situation here is far from optimistic. Liaoguo has only 0.8 doctors per 1,000 residents, and medical resources are severely lacking. Many in Liaoguo have never seen a doctor in their lives. Minor illnesses often develop into serious conditions, and people sometimes pass away due to inadequate medical care. A 2019 report by the World Health Organization highlighted that Liaoguo's per capita medical expenditure is only $36, which is significantly below the global average. Basic health security is out of the question. Number 10. The Kyrgyz Republic. During a protest on October 6, 2020, demonstrators stormed the presidential palace of the Kyrgyz Republic, forcing then-President Sooronbay Jeenbekov to resign. Such a direct overthrow of the regime is quite rare in modern countries today. The protest was fueled by the public's strong dissatisfaction with poverty, unemployment, and corruption. The Kyrgyz Republic, which is located in Central Asia, is a mountainous and landlocked country. As of the year 2024, its per capita GDP stands at approximately $1,922. Approximately one-third of the population lives below the poverty line, with the poverty rate in rural areas nearing a staggering 40%. Winters in the Kyrgyz Republic are cold and long. Many families face significant heating costs during the winter months, while wages are often insufficient to cover these basic living needs. Many Kyrgyz people are forced to leave their hometowns to work in places like Russia and Kazakhstan, sending money back home to support their families. In 2022, remittances accounted for more than 30% of the country's GDP, ranking among the highest in the world. This also means that the economy of the Kyrgyz Republic is heavily dependent on external financial support, while domestic economic development remains lagging. Additionally, political instability is one of the root causes of the Kyrgyz Republic's economic problems. Since independence, the Kyrgyz Republic has experienced several regime changes and social unrest. These factors have made economic development difficult. Government changes and corruption issues have created an unfavorable investment environment. Foreign investors are also hesitant to invest due to concerns about the safety of their funds.